124-112, big win for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan with 32 and 6. Malik Monk, 26 off the bench. Luka had 42, 8 and 7. Did not matter. King shot 65% from three. That's actually insane. Lakers, were down about 20 points, despite the fact that Luka had that large point production. I guess we can just jump into the Lakers side of this thing, Chandler, because we are approaching the trade deadline. This team right now seems to be just floundering a bit. Are we expecting a trade? And if so, what exactly can they fix?
It feels like the same story every single night with this team. It's a lot of Luka. It's some highlights from LeBron James, and it's them giving up a lot of points. And then they're 8 and 6, I think, without Austin Reeves. So it's not even that's presenting that crazy of a hole without him. But obviously, it's a lot more usage rate from Luka when he's out. It's a less of a balanced offense, at least, but it's still a lot of ISO, a lot of into shot clock, long threes, a lot of contested long twos. And that's going to happen when you're such a heavy ISO ball dominant team like this, when you play the Luka offense. And they're going to show flashes, and some nights they're going to go and score 135 points and they're going to win. But yeah, I'd like to see them make a trade. I don't know how they can better their team very much without making a huge deal for someone like Austin Reeves, and I think that's not going to happen. So, sure, do you look to move, a Rui or a Marcus Smart or LaRavia, someone like that, but to get back more of these wing defenders that can kind of fill some of those holes that they desperately need filled? Maybe. I just don't see a trade in which moves the needle and puts them ahead of those teams in the top of the West. You know what I mean? Like, what trade is going to put them better than the Thunder or the Spurs or the Rockets or the Nuggets? It's not happening. And then it's unfortunate because they do have so much talent, and you want to maximize this Luka trade and Luka years, and Austin Reeves having a career year, and possibly the last year of LeBron James. So you want to put yourself in the best position to win a championship, and I just don't see it with this team. And I don't know the move that would actually put them over the top either.
Well, I know somebody who thinks he knows the move. Okay, Lou, before I start to say the Rich Paul quote, okay, I need you to understand something. Like, I get that he's an agent, but he's also a podcaster. But if I go on a show and I say some outlandish stuff, and then I come back to this show to host this show, I still said the outlandish stuff. It's still me. I got to own it, because here's what he said. Well, okay, here's his thing. He thinks that the Lakers should trade Austin Reeves, there it is, Chandler, for Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, okay, cool. If we say that, that's one thing, but that's like the teammate of the guy.
Let me ask you a question. I know you're saying he's a man of many hats and he's a podcaster, and we have to take him as a podcaster than the agent or whatever. Yeah. I can't not see my teammate's best friend and agent telling the world and the Lakers, who he kind of controls, that they should trade me for a big, great defensive player. I can't unsee that or unhear that or look at him differently.
Two things can be true, though, Chandler. Two things can be true.
What do you mean?
It's not a horrible trade idea.
We talk about trading Austin Reeves. The world is talking about trading Austin Reeves. Mm-hmm. Every single person with a microphone is talking about Austin Reeves in trade talk. Why do we give Rich Paul a different standard?
Because he has the power to actually manipulate it.
And he can control
So what? So if he has the power if he has the power to manipulate it, then I'm gonna use my microphone to do it. Chandler literally just talked about 2 minutes of they need to do something, right? For 2 minutes. Yeah. Chandler said they need to do something. So if somebody that has the power to actually do something is saying something about it, I don't have a problem.
Okay.
That's just me personally.
No. Oh, by the way,
Lou, if you're Austin Reeves,
I'm Austin Reeves, feel weird? I have a huge problem with it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
When you see Rich Paul again, are you cool? Or are you just like,
two things can be true.
Okay.
Two things can be true. I say why not. Like, Rich Paul isn't. At the end of the day, he's an agent. Yes. Is he a powerful agent? Yes. But he ain't the GM of the team. He ain't the coach of the team. He ain't the owner of the team. Does he has juice? Yes. I'm not gonna pretend like Rich Paul doesn't have juice. But again, if you see him again and you're not happy with him, so what? Everybody ain't happy about it. So then, if that's the case, then you should be mad at every single person that has an issue with saying that you should be in trade talks.
Beetle,
what about the gist of the message? What?
Beetle, I'm petty.
I actually like the message.
Hella petty.
If I'm Austin Reeves' agent, I'm coming out and say, you know what? Let's trade LeBron James. There's no future
I like
there.
this. First of all, hold on.
Have we not heard that as well?
Who's Austin Reeves' agent? Are we going to listen?
Beto, have we not heard that same thing? Have we not heard trade LeBron James as well?
Yeah,
Not
but I
from
feel like it has
his
never been
teammates'
serious.
agents. Not from
Let
his
me ask you a
teammates'
question,
agents.
Chandler. Let me ask you a question. Do you actually like this idea of this trade in particular?
Honestly, it's the first one I don't hate.
I rest my case, man. So like, it's
But
like,
hard, man.
it's just the messenger's wrong, Lou. The
It's the
messenger's
messenger.
wrong. It's
no,
creating. It's
nah,
creating.
listen. This is
it's
the world we
creating
live
a-
in. We
Yeah,
gotta
but
evolve
no.
with the world that we live in.
The
Gotta
first time
evolve
this
in the world that we live
happened.
in.
It's not the world we live in. This is weird. This is not okay.
It's
not
the
the
new
same one.
world.
Players have podcasts where they speak out about issues that's going on that personally affects them.
Yeah,
JJ
but can,
Redick
like,
was a
an assistant-
podcaster before he was the head coach of the team. Why do we have
Can
a
an
different standard
assistant
for Rich
coach?
Paul?
Can an assistant coach have a podcast and say we should trade somebody on the team too? Would that be okay
Man,
too?
referees got podcasts. Everybody got podcasts. Everybody talking.
Everybody
I think it's
agrees.
just-
The referees have
I just-
podcasts.
Listen, I like Rich Paul. I just think it's a bad look. I think it's just tone deaf to the whole situation that you guys are in with your team, and you're struggling. You're not a contender. Then you have the agent of the greatest player of all time,
He's
and who kinda
just an
controls the whole
agent.
league.
He has the power that we Rich Paul to have. He's an agent. He doesn't make decisions. Now, does he have juice to manipulate some of these things and be personally involved with his clients? Absolutely. But we're putting him on some different type of standard that we're not giving nobody else. We have players that literally go in games, get ejected, do this and that, or fight or have good games, and they sit down and they have conversations, and then they have general conversations about what's going on around the league. Now, the Lakers, I know it's always a lot of drama, and it's always a lot of, what's going on and who's talking and who's doing what with the Lakers. But at the end of the day, everybody talks when it comes to the Lakers. Everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't hold
Chandler.
Rich Paul to a different standard.
Chandler, is
Hold on.
Lou
I don't
clutch
think
now?
it's just-
Like, did Lou
I don't
go
even think-
clutch?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
but like,
sure.
we don't help.
He's
Like
an
Magic,
investor. He's an
we don't say
investor
this
for
about
sure.
Magic Johnson. Like, we just let Magic Johnson.
he doesn't
talk about
control
anything.
anything.
Lou,
He
this isn't
had
Rich
more control
Paul.
than anybody.
This isn't just a Rich Paul.
Seriously.
I think
Magic
it's.
Johnson had more
I think
control
it's-
than anybody.
I think it's
True or
wrong
false?
for. I think it's wrong
When?
for any agent to go and say this about your.
That's
your
true, too.
player's
I don't want my
team.
agent
That's
talking.
Rich Paul. And by the way, if it was my agent saying this, I would be like, "Yo, pipe
I would
down!
hate it.
You're creating a weird situation for me in the locker room. Like,
I
stop."
agree with this. I do.
But
By the
on
way,
two
we
different-
didn't get
on
to the
two
pa-
different
can we get
pages
to
though. We're
No,
talking
it is
about
two
people
different
talking.
conversations.
Yeah, we're having two different conversations. Like if
Yeah.
you're Austin Reeves, I told you, he deserves to have a right to feel away. But what I'm saying is everybody's having the same conversation. That's it.
I wish Austin Reeves would just come out and say something wild. Just
That's what I'm
wild
saying.
Austin
If,
Reeves quote.
if Austin Reeves feel away, cool, you should feel away. But what I'm saying
Please.
is Rich Paul having this he's having the same conversation everybody else is having.
All right, this
Two
topic
different
won't go anywhere.
conversations.
It's going to be all
It's just,
season long.
it's just strange. It's creating.
You guys,
it's creating
what's-
kind of a riff in the locker.
We got to go to break because we got Ryan Cockburner.
Come on, bring on the
Keep arguing with
cock,
Ryan.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Run it back, run it up, run it back, run it up, run it back.